Hi, everybody. It's sunset here at Canoe Church. See the canoes and the kayaks are in the background. And Bike Church. See the bikes are over there. And there's the sunset and the funky little bus. And we've got, say your name. Ezekiel. And Caleb. And Dimitri. And me. And we're going to see how long it takes to read through the Didache responsibly. So here's the way we're going to do it. You read the first thing, and then we repeat it back to you. And we bounce to the next one. We're going to try to do it a little bit fast. Talk nice and loud because there's only a tiny little microphone on the side. Go.
There are two ways. Chapter 1.
Yeah. Chapter 1.
There are two ways. One of life and one of death.
Now we're going to repeat that. There are two ways. One of life and one of death. Go ahead.
And the difference...
No, now it's his turn.
No, that's not the whole verse.
Oh, whoops. Go ahead.
There are two ways. One of life and one of death.
There are two ways. One of life and one of death.
And the difference between the two ways is great.
And the difference between the two ways is great. Okay.
The way of life.
Nice and loud. Shout it out loud. The way of life.
The way of life is this. First, you should love God who made you.
Okay, let's do that. The way of life is this. First, you should love God who made you.
Secondly, love your neighbor as yourself.
Secondly, love your neighbor as yourself.
And whatsoever things you do not desire to be done to you, do not do them to someone else.
And whatsoever things you do not desire to be done to you, do not do those to someone else. Your turn right there.
But now the words of this teaching are this.
Now
the words of this teaching are this.
Bless those that curse you and pray for your enemies.
Bless those that curse you and pray for your enemies.
And fast for those who are persecuting you.
And fast for those who are persecuting you.
For what credit is it if you love those who love you?
For what credit is it if you love those who love you?
Do not the Gentiles do the same thing?
Do not the Gentiles do the same thing? That means the people that don't care about God. Gentile is kind of like atheist or not caring about God.
But love those hating you, and you will not have an enemy.
But love those hating you, and you will not have an enemy. All right, my turn. Keep yourselves, number 4, keep yourselves from fleshly and bodily cravings. Keep yourself from fleshly and bodily cravings. If anyone hits you on the right cheek, turn the other one to him also. If anyone hits you on the right cheek, turn the other one to him also. And you will be acting maturely. And you will be acting maturely. If someone should force you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. If someone should force you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. If someone takes your coat, give him your shirt also. If someone takes your coat, give him your shirt also. If anyone should take from you what is yours, do not demand that he give it back, for you cannot. If anyone should take from you what is yours, do not demand that he give it back, for you cannot. Your turn.
Give to everyone asking you, and do not refuse. For the Father desires to give to everyone from his own gifts.
Give to everyone asking you, and do not refuse. For the Father desires to give to everyone from his own gifts. Blessed is the
one who gives according to the commandment, for he is innocent.
Blessed is the one who gives according to the commandment, for he is innocent. What is the commandment? The commandment, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So when you're giving, you're actually getting more from God than when you're getting. Okay, next.
Woe to the one receiving.
Keep going.
If anyone receives under pressure of need, he is innocent.
Keep going. Yeah.
But the one who receives without need shall account for his receiving.
Okay. Woe to the one receiving. If anyone receives under pressure of need, he is innocent. but the one receiving without need shall account for his receiving.
Furthermore, being held, he shall be examined concerning what he has done, and he shall not be released until he has given back the last cent.
Furthermore, being held, he shall be examined concerning what he has done, and he shall not be released till he has given back the last cent. Now let's remind everybody that the word woe means a bad future. So you read, a bad future is coming to the one who is receiving. If anybody receives, if they need something, they're innocent. But the one who receives that doesn't need will be held. And that means that we're supposed to be aware of how much extra or excess we have. If we have too much excess, we should actually be giving some to others. That's what that whole point is. Okay, next. Caleb.
It has been said concerning this, let your money sweat in your hands until to give it.
Sweat in your hands means hold on tight to your money and don't give it out to anybody until you're sure in your heart that you're supposed to give to a certain person. You know, that you're hearing from God.
What if you
Okay,
have
together.
excess money?
Together. It has been said concerning this, let your money sweat in your hands until you know to whom to give it. What was the question?
What if you have excess money? Remember you said, to give what you don't.
Right, well, I mean, that's why we do everything by the Spirit. I mean, everybody has a little extra something or other, but we should always be asking God, do I have too much? Should I be giving to somebody? Okay, next. Dimitri, right here.
And this,
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Verse 1.
First chapter. And this is the second commandment of the teaching. You shall not kill. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not corrupt children, nor practice sexual
Deviation. That means weird sexual behavior. Sexual deviation is weird sexual behavior. Go ahead. Let's read that part. And this is, come on, together. And this is the second commandment of the teaching. You shall not kill, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not corrupt children, nor practice sexual deviation. Next.
You shall not steal, nor practice spiritism.
Spiritism means like occult things and spooky stuff.
Nor use sorcery. You shall not procure an abortion, nor practice
infanticide means killing of children.
Infanticide. You shall not covet your neighbor's good.
You should not be greedy for your neighbor's goods. Okay, now right here. You shall not steal, nor practice spiritism, nor use sorcery. You shall not procure an abortion, nor practice infanticide. You shall not covet your neighbor's goods.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And nor practice spiritism. If you go to this, like, Busch Gardens on Halloween, would that count as spiritism?
That's a little bit in the spiritism department. But you can go in to love on other people and, like, be a blessing. But it's got to be led by the Holy Spirit. You can't make a whole bunch of rules. In the Bible it says if you make a bunch of really, really, really strict rules, you're not going to really help anybody because you're not going to be motivating them. Sometimes God would call you into a situation where you're with people and you're making jokes about how, that's not so smart or whatever. So it doesn't mean you're absolutely not allowed to. Okay, my turn. You shall not commit perjury. That means lies in court. Nor accuse someone falsely. You shall not speak evil nor hold a grudge. Together. You shall not commit perjury, nor accuse someone falsely. You shall not speak evil nor hold a grudge. Next, you.
You shall not be double-minded nor double-tongued. The double-tongue is the snare of death.
You shall not be double-minded nor double-tongued, for the double tongue is the snare of death. And that means, like, you say, oh yeah, you can ride my bike tomorrow. And tomorrow comes like, no, you can't ride my bike. That means to say one thing and then change your mind. It means
double-minded is the same thing, right?
Yeah, double-minded. I think I should do this. No, I think I should do that. No, I think I should do this. Because if you get really confused, Satan can actually grab you and throw you in the wrong direction. You have to find out from God what you're supposed to do, and then do your best to tell others. Like, I feel like God's calling me to go in this direction. I'm scared. Will you help me go in this direction? Because sometimes when God calls you to do stuff, you need help with it. Okay, next. Double-minded, yours.
Your world.
No.
Four.
Let's see, Creed.
Your word shall
Let's kill.
Your word
Kill.
shall not be false nor empty, but do what you say.
Your word shall not be false nor empty, but do what you say. This is all about what you say and do.
You shall not be
Covetous.
covetous.
That means greedy to get stuff.
Nor
Extortionate means pushing others, trying to push others to do things.
nor hypocritical.
That means fake.
Nor
Malicious means
Malicious.
angry and mean.
nor proud. You shall not plan evil against your neighbor.
Okay, let's read that together. You shall not be covetous, nor extortionate, nor hypocritical, nor malicious, nor proud. You shall not plan evil against your neighbor. My turn. You should not hate anyone, but you should reprove or correct some, and you should pray for some, and you should love some more than your own life. That's a beautiful one. You should not hate anyone, but you should reprove some, and you should pray for some, and you should love some more than your own life. Chapter 3, Ezekiel. Chapter 3, verse 1.
My child, flee from evil and from every appearance of evil.
My child, flee from evil and every appearance of evil. Caleb.
Do not be ruled by your passions, for these lead to murder. Neither be jealous, quarrelsome,
Or quick-tempered.
For murders are born out of such things.
What does quarrelsome mean?
Quarrelsome means always ready to get into a fight. Always ready to pick a fight. Okay, together. Do not be ruled by your passions. That means your emotions on the inside. Do not be ruled by your passions, for this leads to murder. Neither be jealous, quarrelsome, or quick-tempered, for murders are born out of such things.
Verse 3. Do not let yourself develop lust, for this leads to sexual immorality.
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 Mortality means life. Morality means good behavior. Immortality means I live forever. Immorality means I do bad stuff. So this leads to sexual immorality, sexual bad stuff.
Wait,
Read it,
if
start
it
again.
was immoralities.
Okay, come on, read it again.
Do not let yourself develop lust, for this leads to sexual
Immorality.
immorality. Do not be foul-mouthed, nor raise your eyes, for this leads to adultery.
Raise your eyes means flirtatious, like fooling around, like kind of playing around.
What does foul mouth mean?
Foul mouth means trashy mouth, potty mouth, bad mouth. Okay, together. Do not let yourself develop lust, for this leads to sexual immorality. Do not be foul-mouthed, nor raise your eyes, for this leads to adultery. My turn? Oh, whoops. My child, do not regard omens, for this leads to idolatry. Together. My child, do not regard omens, for this leads to idolatry. That means, oh my gosh, a black cat crossed your path. That means you're going to have bad luck. Or like, oh, you broke a mirror. Or like little things like, oh, that's a sign that this should happen or that should happen. It's not like God doesn't use confirmation, but you're not supposed to be caught up in all those little things. Time to roll? Okay. Okay. Next. Do not be a sorcerer, nor be involved in astrology or magic purifications, or do not desire to see these things, for this is how idolatry comes. Come on, flip back. Number 4. This is a really important one. It's on the occult. Start from the top. My child, do not regard omens, for this leads to idolatry. Do not be a sorcerer, nor be involved in astrology or magic purifications. Do not desire to see these things, for that is how idolatry comes. That means if you want to peek into like sorcery and horoscopes and stuff like that, if you want to peek into that's astrology readings. If you want to peek into all that stuff, a lot of times there's spirits that can actually start messing with you because your curiosity will start getting you caught up in it. Okay, you're
My
next.
child, do not be a liar, for lying leads to thievery. Do not be fond of money, and do not try to build your own image, for that also leads to thievery.
My child, do not be a liar, for lying leads to thievery. Do not be fond of money, and do not try to build your own image, for that also leads to thievery.
What is build your own image?
Well, that means like,
Try to get famous.
yeah, try to get famous. Okay, ready to roll?
Yeah. Ready?
Okay, all right, that's it for now. Where are we? We got up to chapter 3, verse what? Chapter 3, verse 5. Okay, chapter 3, verse 5. That's cool.